Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to understand a very interesting and powerful TL494 based inverter driver circuit, perfect for DIY inverter and SMPS enthusiasts who want to understand how professional PWM control systems actually work internally. So let us now understand the complete circuit step by step. First, at the center of the circuit we have the TL494 PWM controller IC. Inside the TL494 we get a precision 5V reference regulator, oscillator, PWM comparator, dead time control, 2 internal error amplifiers, and push-pull output transistors. Now, let us understand the full inverter circuit diagram as shown on your screens. Pin number 12 of the TL494 receives the positive 12V supply from the battery. Pin number 7 is connected to ground. These two pins power the IC internally. Near the supply pins we can also see a 0.1 microfarad capacitor and a 100 microfarad capacitor. These are decoupling capacitors. The 0.1 microfarad capacitor removes high-frequency switching noise, while the 100 microfarad capacitor smooths low-frequency ripple and stabilizes the supply voltage. Next is the oscillator section. Pin number 5 and pin number 6 control the oscillator frequency. Pin 5 is connected to the 1 nanofarad timing capacitor, while pin 6 is connected to the 100K frequency adjustment preset and the 4.7K resistor. Together these components determine the switching frequency of the inverter. By adjusting the 100K preset we can change the PWM frequency over a wide range. The 4.7K resistor ensures that the timing resistance never becomes too low, protecting the oscillator from instability. Next is pin number 4. Pin 4 is the dead time control pin. In this circuit it is kept near ground potential. This means minimum dead time and maximum PWM range. Dead time is very important because it prevents both MOSFET from conducting simultaneously. Next comes the automatic voltage regulation feedback system. Pins 1 and 2 belong to the first internal error amplifier of the TL494. Pin 1 is the inverting input, and pin 2 is the non-inverting input. The AC output from the transformer is sampled through a feedback network consisting of bridge rectifier, a 220K resistor, and a 10K resistor which converts the transformer AC output into a proportional DC feedback voltage. That DC voltage is then fed to pin 1 of the TL494. If the output voltage drops because of heavy load conditions, the feedback voltage at pin 1 also drops. The TL494 immediately responds by increasing the PWM duty cycle. As a result, the MOSFET on time increases, the output voltage rises back to normal. Similarly, if the output voltage rises too much, the feedback voltage increases. The TL494 then reduces the PWM duty cycle automatically, bringing the output voltage back down. This continuous correction process creates automatic output voltage regulation. Next, pin 3 is the feedback and compensation pin. This critical pin directly controls the PWM duty cycle internally. Connected to this pin is a 47K resistor and a 10K preset. The 10K preset adjusts the PWM threshold and allows calibration of the final output voltage. Now let us move to the output driver stage. Pins 9 and 10 of the TL494 are the PWM output pins which operate alternately in push-pull mode. Instead of using dedicated driver ICs, this circuit uses discrete BD139 NPN and BD140 PNP transistors. These transistor pairs form complementary totem pole driver stages. Here, the BD139 transistor strongly pulls the MOSFET gate upward, while the BD140 transistor rapidly pulls the gate downward, which this allows faster switching, lower MOSFET heating, improved efficiency, and cleaner PWM waveforms. The 1K resistors connected to the transistor bases limit base current and protect the TL494 outputs. At the MOSFET gates we can also see 10 ohm resistors. These resistors suppress gate ringing and reduce high-frequency oscillations. Now let us move to the MOSFET power stage. The circuit uses 2 IRF540 MOSFET. These MOSFET alternately switch the transformer primary winding. The transformer used here is a center tap transformer. The center tap connects to the positive 12V supply. When the upper MOSFET switch is on, current flows through the upper half of the transformer winding. When the lower MOSFET switch is on, current flows through the lower half. This alternating magnetic field generates AC voltage on the secondary winding. Depending on the transformer turns ratio, the output becomes either 220 volts AC or 120 volts AC. Now let us discuss the RS resistor. RS is the current sensing resistor. Here is the short working explanation. As load current increases, voltage across RS also increases according to V equals I times RS. This small voltage is sensed by the TL494 error amplifier. The preset creates an adjustable reference voltage. Now if RS voltage is lower than preset reference, PWM works normally. If RS voltage becomes higher than preset setting, then TL494 reduces PWM duty cycle automatically. As PWM reduces, MOSFET on time decreases, transformer power decreases, and finally, the output current gets limited, as intended. Now, although this discrete BD139 and BD140 driver stage is still highly effective for medium power inverter applications, dedicated driver ICs may provide slightly stronger gate drive performance, as shown on your screens now. The functioning of this TL494 inverter is exactly same as above, except its output power delivering capacity, which has increased significantly due to use of dedicated 6-amp MOSFET driver ICs, TC4420. So friends, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, share, and subscribe for more detailed electronics tutorials, inverter circuits, SMPS designs, and practical engineering projects. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.